So we just got to the warehouse and we're here a little bit later than usual, and Frank actually brought his car a couple of days ago and he's here right now. All right, I think, who are you on the phone with?
Charlie, but I just hung up on him.
Okay.
I didn't go through yet.
Okay. Anyways, you want to show us your turbo?
Sure.
Yeah, you got to put that thing up to your head just so people can see how big this thing is. Cause it looks so, Jesus.
Cold out here.
It looks so much smaller in pictures. Like, everyone's like, wow, that's pretty big. And I'm like, no, it's huge. How much you weigh?
49.5 pounds.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. 7588 dual journal bearing, Borg Warner S475.
Yeah, and then you're trading it for 75,
Oh, the
80.
same exact thing? Yeah, I bought this to trade it, not really to trade it, but a better deal came up for a more expensive turbo that works better for more instant spool. And he wants to trade me for this thing that's just a smaller AR, smaller hot side, slightly, so it'll be more efficient for this, for fun stuff.
Yeah, so at least that way it'll spool up a little bit quicker. And then he's got like just some truck manifolds. The plan was originally to cut these, put off some V-band clamps and all that stuff, but actually with the trade, he's getting ones that are already done and a whole crossover and everything. So this is going to be just a pretty big single turbo build. We've got some of this stuff taken off. He's going to pull the motor, redo the engine bay just like the other one. The other one was a lot cleaner. The tubs are a lot better done, and you know,
I'm not
it's
going
real
to keep
nice
these
and
tubs
finished.
at all.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of these so that way we can actually route the turbo and all that, and we're just gonna have to make room for that. And these aren't quite as pretty as the other ones were anyway, so no harm done. Yeah, it's literally huge. Yeah, literally, like, hot side is massive.
5-inch exit. I think it should be a
5-inch
4-inch.
downpipe. That's so insane.
It's good. It might be a 4-inch actually with the new one. I'm not sure. It's 4 or 5.
It's literally huge. Yeah, so we just started taking apart some of this stuff. I think today, anyways, you're gonna just drain some coolant or oil or whatever you need to do.
Yeah, drain all the fluids, get the mount situated, take the drive shaft out, cut the exhaust off because it's a one-piece exhaust from the headers. So I'm gonna try to get it pulled, if not ready to pull, today.
Yeah, I think it'd be real cool. We'll be able to pull it with the forklift. Oh, and then, dude, your Blitz blow-off valve.
Oh yeah, I got this for free. That was sick. I got this in it, this blow-off valve.
You're good. You can talk or whatever while it tries to focus.
Yeah, I got that for free.
New Swift springs for your coils.
$60 for the pair. That's fucking amazing.
They're set, actually.
Or set, yeah. Gotta watch my language.
Yeah, you know all these people will be ramp. Oh, let's take a look at your intercooler.
Huge intercooler. Oh.
Is it gonna close smoothly?
No, it'll sit up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huge 4-inch core, right?
Yeah, I think 4 or 5. Got this for free too. Off a 1400 horsepower Supra.
Yeah, that's absolutely
People
massive.
are nice. Like, it makes a fat turbo look small. This intercooler's insane.
So since the last time I was here, I ended up putting a lot more Bondo glass on here just so we can go ahead and finish off the underside of this hood. I'm probably going to be pretty much exclusively working on this tonight. I'm going to try and get as much of this as done. I'm going to try and get as much of this done as possible. But if I have to wait for Bondo or something, I won't be afraid to move over here. we still have quite a bit. I was working a little bit on this. Over here at the bottom of the trunk, there was a little lip where it moves in. You could probably barely see just right there where it kind of recesses a little bit. So I'm going to fill that in and make that so it has a smooth transition from the trunk into the bumper. So this is pretty much filled in. You can see I didn't really sand this too much. I just sanded the very bottom just so I could close all the way while I was leaving. In addition to doing some of this work while that's drying, I can also put some Bondo here. This is only Bondo glass, so this needs to be finished off and gapped properly from about here up, and the whole rest of the panel is probably pretty good for now. So now I've got this to a point where I can't really sand anymore without putting any more Bondo. Right here, you can see from the side profile that this is where the hood line went and came down. What I want to do is from right about here is I want to grind that all down, and that way it slopes down, and from the side profile it looks like it just goes from this thickness down into the sheet metal. You might be asking why I didn't cut all this just to make it a little bit smoother so we don't have all that lip, which means more Bondo. And that's because this is all seam welded, or, you know, I don't know, somehow it's bonded to each other and or the same piece of metal. And so I wanted to keep as much structure as possible, and so that's why I didn't do that. I don't think it's gonna make too big of a difference, but I would like to make this come down a little bit and just make it a little bit more smooth. So I'm gonna have to take the grinder out, grind that down just like I did earlier, grind out a little bit of these welds. We're probably gonna do one more wipe with the Bondo glass, just in the little spots like this, and then in each of the corners where it needs a little bit more. And then from there, we'll probably be able to move on to Bondo and really get this thing finished off.
I kind of want to wait till after the engine's out.
So drive shaft is out. Everything's pretty much loose. We're pretty ready to pull it. What did you say we got to do?
I got to do the starter wires, but that's after the motor's half out.
We'll start pulling that. Yeah, so
once it gets past the headers.
Realistically, the only thing we need is bolts so that we can hook up the little strap here we got, and that way we can lift it up with the forklift.
2,400 pounds. I don't want to hear anything. No shit talking.
Yeah, and we did it with a strap. Not that this is, you know, a good example, but we did it with a strap literally like half the size.
For the JZ, which is just as heavy of a motor.
Yeah, the JZ and the Trans.
Yeah.
The RE003s, or that's a tire, but what is the Trans?
R54.
Yeah, that was close enough.
Or CD009, which is what you're thinking of the Nissan Trans.
Yeah, same thing.
That premium first ever drive, remember that?
I do.
Crack the oil pan.
It's crazy how hard that stuff gets.
Dude, it's cement.
What is this stuff called?
It's JB Weld Putty.
Oh, yeah.
Or JB Putty. That shit's insane.
Yeah, so that was like the cheap putty stuff, not even like the stuff you mix, and it's still like crazy hard. So now that I've got these edges kind of where I want them, I am going to put a little bit more Bondo. I trimmed off a little bit too much here, but I did go ahead and sand that, and this whole thing is now wiped off with alcohol. So I'm going to go ahead and put Bondo glass just to build that up a little bit, and then also in these corners where there's definitely a little bit of a lack inside there, and then from there we'll be able to start applying some real Bondo. sturdy.
corner bracing. Definitely
Yeah.
need to have fun.
You can always just put a triangular there.
Yeah, I'm gonna, well, what we did with the tubs is we didn't leave this open. We like fully had it come down and we cut a piece, literally just cut the shape and
Yeah.
welded it fully in. My tubs were solid. That's why I wish I could do tubs, but I can't.
I don't know how your mustache didn't catch on fire.
Wow, there's so much room for turbo.
So I've got this hood all pretty much ready and prepped for Bondo. I think we're gonna do that next time we come. I don't know if you wanna show us your tubs. Cut out both sides.
Yeah.
So looking very empty. And next time we come, we're gonna be pulling the LS out of here, or the 5.3, whatever you wanna call it.
With that.
Yeah, probably with that. So I think it'll be pretty interesting watching that, and it should be a hell of a lot easier than with the engine stand. But yeah, so that'll happen next time we come in here, probably within the next couple of days. I'm pretty excited.
Dude, I'm more excited to go trade the turbo with that guy, only to get the hot side and the manifolds, just to like get
Mock it up, yeah.
mock it up, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if we explained, but the whole reason for cutting out the tubs was not only because they're ugly and he wants to redo the bay, but we needed clearance for the turbo. So since it's so big and it's going to be sitting right about here, obviously the tub isn't going to fit. So
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and peace out.